I never thought that I would become a missionary. I've loved Jesus for a really long time, and I try my best to follow him daily. But over time, I've definitely become comfortable keeping him to myself. And so if you were to have told me a few months ago that I was going to become a missionary for a year around the world, living out of a backpack, I would have told you that you are insane and probably would have laughed in your face. But yet, look at where I am now. It's just crazy. The World Race is an 11-month mission trip to 11 different countries around the world. Exactly a year ago, my best friend told me about the World Race, and I immediately thought, I have to go, sign me up. But then the fear started to creep in, and I began coming up with excuses on why I shouldn't go. I gradually pushed the thought of foreign missions under the carpet and ignored God's calling for me to go, frankly, because I was just too scared and too selfish. But for the following months, God kept on watering that seed until eventually it had taken root in my soul, and I literally was thinking about going on the World Race every single day for about 6 months. It wasn't until I began taking a course called Perspectives on the World Christian Movement that my eyes were open to our calling as Christians, and that every single one of us is called to be a missionary, not just a select few like I previously thought. The God that we serve is a missionary God, and he has a heart for every single people group on this earth. In Matthew 28:19 it says, "Therefore go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit." It's a verse that I've grown up hearing my whole life, but it wasn't until recently that I finally put the puzzle pieces together and realized that this is what life is all about. We as believers are called to go and make disciples of all nations, and that is what I intend to do on the World Race. I will be going to 11 different countries around the world, spreading the name and the love of Jesus Christ to the people that I meet. I'll be serving in Haiti, the Dominican Republic, South Africa, Botswana, Zambia, Nepal, India, Romania, Bulgaria, Serbia, Albania. My team will be working with a variety of ministries. This could include serving children in orphanages, helping victims stuck in sex trafficking, teaching in schools, praying over the sick in hospitals, doing construction or farming work. Basically whatever the need is in that country, that's what we'll be doing. And while we're being the hands and feet of Jesus, we'll also be just loving on the people in each country that we go to. The organization in charge of the World Race is called Adventures in Missions, and as I began researching this organization, I completely fell in love with what they were doing. I hope that God will use my time with Adventures in Missions to use me in ways that I cannot imagine, stretch me outside of my comfort zone, and just completely break my heart for his people. The thought of completely giving God all of me, my life, my finances, my relationships, my home, my future, giving it all to him is terrifying, but I trust him 100%. And ultimately, the purpose of my life is to be on mission for his mission, meaning sharing his name worldwide to all nations until every single people group has the opportunity to know him. That's what it's all about. So here's where you come in. How can you help me? Well, there are 3 main ways. You can donate, pray, and subscribe. If you would like to donate to my trip, I would be so appreciative. I have a lot of money to raise, before I depart in August 2018. I invite you to become a part of my journey by donating financially. You can give online by visiting my blog at this link, and I will include it in the description below. I have to raise $18,000 to cost the cover of this trip, and I cannot do that alone. Another way that I invite you to support me is through prayer. Prayer is so important in expanding God's kingdom, and I ask that you pray for God to prepare me for this trip, and to also pray for the people that my team will be serving, and that they will be receptive to the gospel. Finally, I ask you to subscribe by email to my blog, which can be found at ashleesimmons.theworldrace.org. On this blog, I'll include updates leading up to my launch date in August 2018, as well as posts while I'm on the race about where I am, what I'm doing, how God is revealing Himself, that sort of thing. Basically, my blog will be the headquarters of my world race journey. My name is Ashlee Simmons, I'm 24 years old, and I am going on the world race. It's crazy. It's crazy! Thank you so much for watching and for supporting me on my world race journey. I appreciate every single prayer and every single dollar that you give.